Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a quick 10-minute tutorial. Now, this week I have been keeping it light. I've been keeping it short and easy, and that's because it is a holiday week, so I don't expect people to be as focused on cybersecurity this week, and that's okay. I also have things going on, so it's one of those things where trying to keep it light and easy for you guys if you guys want to keep learning through the week, but also not something that's so deep and internal that you're gonna spend the whole week doing it. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So this is actually something I stumbled upon fairly recently, which most of you may be like, what the heck? How are you just learning about this? But this is codinggame.com. So if you guys have never tried this, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know if you guys like the Python coding that I did previously, if you guys like that type of content. This week I've been focusing more on coding for the channel because it's one of those things that is kind of a expected knowledge that cybersecurity professionals have, but it's not something that a lot of people talk about. They talk about what language should I learn, how should I learn it, etc., but they never really talk about like what do you need to be a hacker or a pen tester. They just kind of breeze over it and say, yeah, you need to know Python, or you need to know C++, or you need to, they just talk about it, but it's not something a lot of cyber professionals dive into. And it's not something I'm going to deep dive into because I am not by any means a programmer. There are serious programmers out there, but that is not what I do. I just know enough to get by and be dangerous. Okay, so keep that in mind. So this is something called the coding game. I've never heard of it before, but I was actually my YouTube, I don't even know what you call it, suggested YouTube videos. Somebody put in there, or I saw in there, some coding websites to learn coding. And this is one of the sites. And I was like, well, I like video games and I like coding, so let's put the two together. So it made sense to me. So here is the codinggame.com. So you just go to the website, you sign up, super easy. And then it has these solo puzzles, right? And then they also have, if you guys have ever played Clash of Clans, there's this Clash of Code where you can actually, I think, like do a challenge a day or something and get points for your clan or whatever it's called. It's a way to do multiplayer, really. I'm doing the solo, I'm doing the puzzles, and this was just the first suggestion. So I'm just clicking on them to show you. These are called easy, and this is just suggestions. So we get experience as we complete them, which is cool. So it's a way to play a game to keep ramping it up. So the first one we're going to do, okay, and it's actually got my answers in there from before, so we're going to minimize it or exit it. This is what it showed before. This is what it looked like the first time you did it. Okay, so the first time you do it, you go through here, and here's the code on the right, and you can see you can change what code. So you can do Python, you can do C#, you can do all kinds of stuff. We're going to do Python. So we're going to say, go ahead and play the test case number 1. And you can see what it's doing is, okay, so this guy's running through. Boom. Oh, he's shooting 2 again. Oh, so he crashed. So it says here, the while loop represents the game. So while this is true, it's going to keep going back and forth. Okay. So now for I in range, so there's 8 ranges, 0 through 7. Okay, mountain is the input, represents the height of the mountain, and then the index of the mountain to fire on. So it's firing on mountain 2 because it's saying print number 2. So you don't need to know anything about coding to solve this one. So it's hitting number 2, but we can see this one's going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're the level of height, basically, right? So we can say we want to start with, maybe if I hit V, I didn't hit it, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say print okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start at 0, and we're going to just go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what this is going to do, the print is acting as the code to shoot the mountains. So we try it again. And look at this. So now it starts at 0, shoots the highest one first. Boom. Boom. Right? And then mountain 3, 4, etc., etc. So pretty cool little game. it's teaching you how to start coding, and it starts ramping it up, right? So now we did that one, so let's go to 2. So here's 2. So it just automatically tries it for you, but we didn't get it. Well, why not? Well, look at it. This time they're not in the correct order, meaning by the time we get to mountain 4, we're going to crash. Right here, we're going to crash before we can hit mountain 4. So what we need to do is we need to look at them and say, okay, well, can we rewind? There we go. All right. Let's see, was this the right one? No, there we go. So here's the right one. So which one? Okay. Which one do we need to do first? So we need to, it looks like we need to do 1 first. So get rid of this 0. There isn't even a 0 in there. So 1 first. Then it looks like 2. Then it looks like 4. I can't tell if that's 3 or 4, but it looks like 4. So then we'll say 4. Then we'll say 5. Then we'll say 6. Then we'll say 7 and then 3 maybe. And you may have to mess with it to see. And then we can get rid of this last one because there was no 0. Now let's try it. Okay, so this didn't work. Oh, there is a mountain 0. Okay, so I messed that up big time. Okay, no problem. All we gotta do is copy this. And we'll get rid of that. And we'll put it up here. And we'll say 0. And the rest of the order should still work. Oh no, we crashed. I can see it says it's red, so we crashed somewhere. Where do we crash? So we go 0, 1, 2. Where do we crash here? 4. Oh, we crash in 5. 5, no. 6. Oh, that's 7. Oh, we crashed in. Interesting. So let's change 6 and 7. So let's do 7. And then I think 3, actually. I think 3 and then 6, I think. Let's try that. That worked. You see it turned green. So we went ahead and boom. And so you can see we're starting to figure out basic coding concepts, and we're doing this simply by playing a game. And yeah, it might seem silly right now, but as you go, it gets progressively harder and you have to learn more coding concepts, right? So, and then you can go to strong mountain. So let's see. My guess is strong mountain is, it takes more than 1 to hit them, but let's see. Well, I'm going to obviously hit mountain 5. Yeah, it slowly gets hard. See how they go down? So you have to do it again. And you have to keep playing this game, and you go through, and once you beat it, you get XP. And then once you get XP, you go through and you'll have it. See, I have 17 out of 51 XP to the next level. And then the nice thing is, the cool thing, you can go to all these different ones and they're all different games that you can play. For instance, there's golf, there's all kinds of stuff that you can play where you actually have to learn to code to play the game. So this is something that I didn't know existed. This is the way I like to learn. If you guys watched my video earlier in the week, the bash scripting tutorial video, this is exactly what it is. It's me learning by playing games. That is the way I learn the best. So this is the way I wanted to present it to you guys to see how many of you, like me, learn like this. If you learn this way, use this site. It's free. It works great. It's free. It has multiplayer. You can get a team, you and your buddies. You can hop on and you guys can do the clash of code. You can do all kinds of stuff. This is a really, really, really fun resource because coding for me is really fun at the beginning. And then it starts to, and the reason it does that is because I start to get to advanced concepts and you start to lose that instant gratification, right? You start to lose like, okay, I've been spending 5 hours on this to do one little thing. That's not as fun as, hey, I spent 10 minutes and boom, I got something. Boom, I got something. Boom, I got something. So this is why these games make it fun for me. It kind of reinvigorates that. So hopefully this works for you guys and hopefully you guys enjoy this content. Again, this was just a real quick one for you guys right before Thanksgiving. So thank you guys and hope you guys have a great holiday. And I wish you guys nothing but the best. Thanks again. Bye.